Hi everyone, Joe here from Storm, and I'm giving you a real nostalgic favorite for me. I was a big fan of the Redbox Dungeons and Dragons uh, tabletop game when I was in late elementary school, early middle school, and that's a love that has continued up to this very day. And right around the time I was in 5th or 6th grade, I can't quite remember which, this wonderful Saturday morning cartoon premiered on CBS, Dungeons and Dragons, the animated series. It really helped broaden my knowledge of the game, my love of the game, and I loved this show, as I said, when I was a kid, and then I didn't watch it again for many, many, many years. And I actually picked this up not too long ago and rewatched the series. And unlike a lot of nostalgic things where you remember it so fondly and it was wonderful when you were a certain age and it doesn't hold up as an adult, I found this was still pretty good. It's not the deepest, best fantasy that you'll see, but I really liked it. I thought it still has a lot to recommend it. And the reason I'm making this video is that there are a couple of different versions of this set available, and they are all out of print right now. So I have the kind of the deluxe version, the one that has all the extra goodies. And I was able to get it, fortunately, when it was in print, so I just had to pay regular retail cost at that time. This set is now going for, I just checked Amazon, used copies are going for about $180 on Amazon for this particular set. Now, unfortunately, I didn't pay anywhere near that, but even the bare bones set that doesn't have any of the extra goodies and just has the 27, I think, episodes. Even that is out of print, and that's going for about $60 now. And back when it was in print, you could get it for, I think, about 18. So I wanted to show this set, A, because it might be very hard to find now, and B, if you have deep pockets and you're a fan, you might want to know, is it worth picking up this version as opposed to the cheaper version? And that really is going to depend on your passion for the show and the source material. We'll kind of take a look at all the sides here. And we can see a lot of special features on this set that are not included with the bonus. The bare bones set is 4, I believe, DVDs. This version is 5 because of all the extra features. And it also has something in here which we'll see in just a moment. So let's take a look. And first of all, I just love this packaging. It looks like the Redbox tabletop game that I grew up with. Similar shape, similar color scheme. And let's just kind of take a look at what we have in here. All right, so this is the cardboard holder that holds the DVDs themselves. Some pretty terrific artwork here. And we have the various characters featured on the DVDs. Whoops, one has two. Oh, both of these have fallen off the. Oh dear. Okay, well, my formerly mint condition set is a little less mint now, but fortunately that disc landed face down, so the play side did not get damaged, fortunately, or hopefully. But we'll take a look at the artwork on these two. And let me get this other disc. And that's Eric the Cavalier, who was voiced by Donnie Most from Happy Days, the famous Ralph Malph, if you were a fan of that show growing up. And this, of course, Hank was voiced by Willie Ames of, I think, 8 is Enough. So apologies for the discs falling off, but this gives you an idea of what the case looks like. So I will set this aside for now. We'll go a little further into the set. All right, we have here the episode guide, which is nice. I don't believe this was included in the bare bones set either, but it's kind of a breakdown episode by episode of everything that's on the set. and a short description of every episode. And I found this, just a little bit of about me. I have a son named, his first and middle name is Jeffrey Scott, and of course his last name. So I just think that's funny that Jeffrey Scott is the writer of many of these episodes. So that was not an intentional homage. That was actually my dad's name. So kind of interesting that that name pops up. All right. And then we get a breakdown of the different special features that are on the set. And we'll take a look here. So after the Cave of the Fairy Dragons, which is the last produced episode, we also get a new 32-minute documentary, Entering the Realm of Dungeons and Dragons, with interviews and whatnot with the cast and crew, or at least the creative crew. Two of the episodes have commentary tracks, Night of No Tomorrow, which is the pilot episode and one of my favorites, and The Dragon's Graveyard, which is also very good. And here we go. In addition to episode 14, you also get a full-length animatic of episode 14, where you can watch the episode, either the finished episode or watch it in early stage with the pencil sketches, which is neat if you are a fan of animation. You can watch them either individually or you can have them side by side, which after I watched it regularly, I rewatched it like that, and that was a lot of fun to see it that way. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons, an interactive adventure, Kellick's Crystal. Okay, we'll show a little bit more about that shortly. Okay, on the disc you have a detailed character artifact profile, so a lot of text, character backstories and such. There is a fan film using the animated characters, which was kind of fun. Obviously very low budget, but somebody made a short film with their friends playing the characters from this cartoon. Uni's Fun Facts, so it's a trivia game. A lot of gallery here of pictures and model sheets, memorabilia. And this was why I really wanted to get this set here, this particular feature. The last episode of the series where they actually get home was scripted but was never actually produced. And that episode is called Requiem. So they have gotten one of the original cast members, Katie Lee, who plays Sheila, and some other actors, and they have done kind of a radio version of this episode. So although you can't see it, you can at least hear it, and also the screenplay is included. So you can read it. So if you ever wanted to find out what happens when and if they actually get home, you have the option now to find out. And I was so interested in that that's really the tipping factor of why I bought this set as opposed to the cheaper one. I will give you a friendly bit of advice that someone, not me, has uploaded it to YouTube, so you can at least hear it, and I think they even animated it with some footage from the show. So I'm not going to get into the legality of that. I have no idea what the fair use rules are, but if you don't want to pay $182 for this set, but you really want to check out the final episode, search for it on YouTube. It's called Requiem. All right, alternate and rare release footage, so some alternate animation. And here it says DVD-ROM features include scripts for multiple episodes, which includes the finale, Requiem. Also the series development Bible, which was interesting to me because at one time I had been very interested in trying to break into television writing. And I love reading show Bibles. Star Trek is out there, Doctor Who is out there, and many other shows. If you want to find out like what the rules are that the creators of the show use when they write episodes, it's fun to read that stuff. And then some ink and paint trailers, which I don't really remember what those are. Probably some art tests. And then this is the what I think of as the creme de resistance here, piece de resistance, creme de la creme. I'm mixing my metaphors. Included in this collection is the official Dungeons & Dragons animated series hardcover game supplement. So In addition to this adventure, so you have a module, Telex Crystal, if you wanted to actually play this with your friends, but they also include a very nice, let me get this out, actually a miniature D&D source book. So just like it is hardcover, so just like you can buy your Forgotten Realms or Ravenloft or whatever world you like. This is the only thing wrong with my set. Unfortunately, the book, while still intact, has come detached from the binding. And unfortunately, I don't know of any way to fix that, as I'm not a bookbinder, but if you wanted to run your own Dungeons & Dragons game in the world of the animated series, this has all your stats for the players and their items. So you could add Eric as an NPC, or as even a playable character to your game. Diana the acrobat and her staff. Presto the magician. Yes, I think he was also, his voice actor was also on 8 is Enough, but I've forgotten who it was. Sheila the Thief, she came back for the Requiem recording. And Bobby the Barbarian, Sheila's brother. And Uni, his unicorn, voiced by Frank Welker, who does many classic cartoon voices. And then here's how you would begin the game if you were running it for your friends. Maps you can use, and I don't want to give too many spoilers away in case you want to play this or run this one day, but it's pretty cool. And we won't show every page, but quite a few pages. I think it's 30 pages. And then yeah, some information here from the Dungeon Master, who was a character on the show, on what you need in order to play. All right, you can pause that if you want to read it in more detail. So a very cool little collectible here. And I'm glad I bought it when I did, because as much as I love the series, I don't think I would pay $182 for it. I haven't paid that kind of money for very many luxury items. So that is the Dungeons & Dragons set. This is the 5-disc version. So if you decide you do want to pursue it, or you want to check eBay or, I don't know, your Facebook marketplace group or something to see if you can find a used copy, make sure you're looking for the 5-disc version as opposed to the 4-disc version, which has a black cover. But I think there's also an import 4-disc version that also has a red cover. So make sure you pay attention to how many discs, or else you won't get all these great little supplements. So if you are a big fan of this series too, or if you were at the time, please drop a comment below and let me know what you remember, what your favorite episodes were. Mine, Eye of the Beholder, is the one I always come back to. And the pilot, as I said, there are so many good episodes in this series. Was it Hall of Bones or Tomb of Bones, which I think was episode 3. Yeah, I'm talking about all these episodes I love, and it's pretty much the first 3 are the ones that I'm thinking of, but I do love the whole series. So thanks very much for watching, and I do recommend this set if you can find a copy that is not going to break the bank for you.